to work, and I'ma gauge my progress by the sign of the word. Now I ain't yet a success, but yes, the word that I stress. Cause by the time you hear the CD, count the steps that I've flipped. I'm passing on to you rappers, it's just a
things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter someday. No, I ain't gonna go all into it. I ain't gonna go all into it, right? But check this out, y'all. You heard it. Here it is. Once again, my name is Pablo Rivera, and this is Make It Happen Monday. Right? So check this out. We're gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying? I got like maybe 5 minutes, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Because this has been coming across my I was gonna say coming across my desk, right? But it's been coming to me in different manifestations. You know what I'm saying? And it's just value, right? So I'm gonna jump right in. It is about value, and I ain't necessarily talking about value of your watch or your car, or whatever, right? I'm talking about your own personal value of yourself. You see what I'm saying? So you know that I be coaching some people, I mentor some people, and all that, right? And a bunch of them have started to run into some roadblocks, right? And when we start talking about it, we dissecting it. All right, what was the environment? What was going on in your mind? Like, why? They say, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, let's focus on the blah, 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 right? Because that's what garners the emotion. That's what starts getting it going inside of you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to just breeze by that, because something in your life was at a higher value for that particular moment in time than you were. And sometimes you're right. You know, I was doing this or I was doing that, right? I think somebody's birthday party. Okay, that's cool. I ain't saying you can't go to the birthday party. But what I'm saying is you knew the birthday party was going to be there yesterday. You knew the birthday party was going to be there whenever you knew it was going to happen, right? So you could have taken action ahead of time to be able to prioritize your value, which should be you, above and beyond whatever else it is that's to come, right? I'm not saying in lieu of, like, I'm not going to go to the birthday because I value myself. No, on the contrary, right? You value yourself. So you should do both, right? So that's where we at. So I sat there and I was, this hits pretty hard because I'm talking to grown-ups about this, right? But as you know, I got kids and I'm all about my family and I love my kids, right? So when I'm talking to them, I see my daughter sometime feeling bad, right? Not necessarily enjoying the playtime that's happening when she's with somebody, right? Specifically her brother, right? But she loves her brother, you know what I'm saying? So she'll sit there and feel lesser than for the opportunity to just be with her brother, right? I don't like that, because what she's doing is she's decreasing the value that she's on herself, that she has on herself, and she's placing it into somebody else. Now, listen, I understand, right? They siblings. It's not that big of a deal right now because he is the brother. He should love her. She should love him, and blah, 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 blah. But that ain't it to me. The point is that you are accepting the fact that you are of less value. So you're going to take that bad feeling and accept it so that you can be with somebody else, so that you can have that time with somebody else. And whatever that is, right, is that you're going to sacrifice this, knowing that you don't want to, knowing that the outcome is not going to be the desired outcome, but you're still going to put that up anyway so that you can get this less desirable outcome. And the only reason why you're going to do that is because you don't feel like you got the value. Let's take it away from people for a second, right? You see this car, right? And you want to get the car. And you're like, yo, that car is dope. It's got everything that I want, everything that I need, everything I could ever ask for, right? That's the car that I want to get, right? But you ain't got the value to be able to get that. You don't got the money value, right? You may be very valuable and you should have a car like that. But the monetary value you don't have. Like I said, I was taking it away from the human part, right? And just taking it to capital, right? Money. If you ain't got the amount of money, if you ain't got this value that equals this value, then you can't have this. And that's what it is, right? But check this out. You may not want to get a beat up 87 Honda Civic, right? If you a multimillionaire, right? Because your value, both capital and the things that you've done in life, your status is higher than that of a beat up 84 Honda that shuts off every time it takes left turns, right? Maybe I had a car like that. It wasn't a Honda, but I'm just saying I did have a car that shut off every time he took left turns, right? The value that you have over that car, you could flip it the other way as well, is you don't value that car enough to be able to go through whatever it is you need to go through to keep that car. You see what I'm saying? All right. So now here we are, and I'm talking about people who don't wake up in the morning, who don't read their Bible, who aren't getting their steps in, who ain't getting the amount of water, who are missing deadlines at work, who are not whatever it is, right? Ain't studying for the test that they supposed to take. They're not doing their homework. They're not being a good husband. They're not being a good father. They're not being a good friend, right? Whatever it is. And it's because they don't value themselves. I've asked people, I said, why is it that you think that you didn't wake up this morning and do them exercises you're supposed to do? I was tired. Okay, I understand that. But one of the reasons why we're doing the exercise is because you're tired, right? So why isn't you didn't do it? Well, I had to wake up earlier and go to work and it lasted all day. What? I'm like, la, 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 la. It don't matter, because what you need to do is get to the point that you're going to do it anyway, right? So what am I here to telling you? Is the value, your value. And now here we go after 5 minutes and 40 seconds, and I'm going to hit you with what it is, right? It's the value that you have, you know what I mean? In yourself, in whatever it is else that's there. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to motivate yourself that you are the value. If you wake up in the morning and you brushing your teeth, you should be doing everything else that you said. That's a non-negotiable. You know what I'm saying? If you eat every day, right? That's a non-negotiable. Now, again, I'm taking away, you ain't got money to eat, blah, blah, blah. But if you have the means and you eating every day, that's a non-negotiable. Now, you may change the times that you eat. You may change what it is that you eat, but it's a non-negotiable. You doing it anyway, right? Because I can see here every Monday or every other Monday, however often you see me here, right? I can be here and I can motivate you and I can give you the best words and I can inspire you and I can give you stories and anecdotal points and stuff to be able to get you to where you need to get to. You know what I'm saying? But once that's done, once this video finishes, once you press stop, I don't care if you watch it 15 times, at some point, that motivation ain't going to be there. I always tell you, you gotta clearly define your why, right? And everybody be like, my kids, my health, my this, my family, my mother, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But even that is fleeting, because you put it in your mind, you're like, oh, and you just got to keep repeating it. You got this incantation. I understand I'll be giving you all of these little tricks, tips and pointers to be able to keep yourself motivated, to be able to keep yourself inspired. But at some point, that goes away. So what is it that's going to keep you doing what it is that you're doing? Your morals, your self-confidence, your perseverance, and your discipline. If you got those four things, right, you're going to be able to accomplish everything. All right? Morals, self-confidence, perseverance, and discipline. Focus on those, because at some point you're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to be tired and you're going to sit there and be like, come on, man, you're doing this for your baby. You're doing this for your daughter. You're doing this for your wife. You're doing it for you. You really got to get in shape. Whatever. And you're going to go right back to sleep again. But if you have your morals and you working from a place of morality, if you have self-confidence, that's the value we was talking about. If you have perseverance, meaning that grit, you're just going to keep on going until you get it. And the discipline to ensure that happens over and over and over again. You ain't got no choice but to reach your goal. It is no longer a question of if, but it is now a question of why. I'm sorry. I apologize. And I don't edit, right? So it is no longer a question of if, it is a question of when. You understand what I'm saying? It's not if, it's when. Right? And if you wanted to add the why, I could flip that too. Because why? Because you're building that aura, you're building that energy, you're building what it is that you have inside you, the grit, all of that stuff to be able to keep going. I'm not telling you that motivation and inspiration don't got a place. I wouldn't have started this platform if I didn't think it did. I want to continue to perpetuate that positivity. But I feel like there's something missing. And what it is the value that we have within ourselves. Listen. It don't matter the job you got. It don't matter how much money you getting paid. It don't matter what kind of car you drive. It don't matter what level of education that you have. And it don't matter how many zeros you got after whole numbers in the bank account, right? It doesn't matter if you ain't alive. You matter. You are valuable. You need to believe that. So check this out. I know this wasn't necessarily that great. Oh, you could do this and you could do that, even though you can. Remember that. That's the point of this, is that you have value inside you and everybody is the same, right? One of the biggest mistakes that people say is that you're special, right? And I understand you're special if we're talking metaphysical, or we're talking about in the eyes of God and all the stuff like that, right? Yes, we are all special, right? But everyone is special, right? I'm not saying that to negate your speciality, but what I am saying is you can do anything. Anything the next person can do, you can do too. And it is going to take motivation. And it is going to take inspiration. But it's really going to take your morals, your self-confidence, your perseverance, and your discipline. That's my time right there, right? You know what I'm saying? So check this out. I hope that this motivated you. I hope that this inspired you. Check this out. I got a little something I'm going to drop for you next week too, right? Maybe I'll hint to it a little bit throughout the week. But I know that you can do it. You know that you can do it. And if you don't, call me. Hit me up, right? Because we can do this together. You know what I'm saying? I hope that it motivated you. I hope that it inspired you. And if you see or know somebody who any of these videos can help out, send it to them, right? Share it to them. Write a little comment under there, something like that, right? Just so that I know, right? Because we're in the process of making moves and doing some things. You know what I mean? This was a hobby for me, right? It was about perpetuating positivity. But we're moving forward, right? So that's all I got today. You know what I'm saying? Be motivated, be inspired, work from a place of morality, have self-confidence, have perseverance, and be disciplined. And it's all going to happen. And then you can be like me when I say, my name is Pablo Rivera. Watch me make it happen.
You notice, ain't no time to think about it, only time to react. Your intuition under pressure, weigh it down on your back. I scribble thoughts in my palm, I see you when I get